Hello from Prolifix Testing, and welcome to our demo of web test automation using our containerized, cloud-based SaaS framework, Quality Fusion. The first step is to decide the project name and the automation framework type. Here we enter our GitHub URL and access token to store all automation scripts relating to this project. To integrate with Jenkins and our CI/CD pipeline, it's a pretty seamless process. We simply input a URL, token, username, and password. Here we select the database type. As you can see, we have quite a few options on the drop-down. To facilitate team working, we select an issue tracker now. Here we're using Jira, but you can also use the option of Azure DevOps. Doing this allows real-time collaboration between test and dev teams, and it helps us to easily pull user stories and test cases. In fact, if your organization uses a custom issue tracker, we would be able to set that up too. Finally, select the relevant project and hit Create. Now that we've got our project, simply click into it. This is where we create our workflow. Simply select Web Automation from the options at the top and enter the URL of the site to be tested. After clicking Create Page, the unique Quality Fusion browser will appear with the site to be tested. In this case, it's the Prolifix employee portal. Specifically, we're testing the functionality of the login portal, as well as a button on the home page and the Edit Profile page. By clicking Get Elements, we're able to capture the appropriate elements from each page. In this case, it's the login page. Now that the home page is loaded, we can save the elements from this page. What we're doing here is creating an object repository, so that in the future, if there are a lot of changes in your web page, you don't need to go and create your test scripts from scratch. You already have an existing object repository, so that if you expose the new site to Quality Fusion, it will automatically detect the changes. For the third and final page, we perform the same process as before. Now that's done, head back into the Quality Fusion platform and refresh to bring up the 3 pages that we saved on the left. What we do now is select the elements on each page that we're looking to test. Finally, with those elements selected, we can move on to creating our screens. The final step before test execution is to create our test case. Here you can see that you're able to select a relevant sprint and issue for tracking. Now we create our dataset, using inputs for each element against which functionality will be tested. With our dataset complete, simply select it. Here you can see that integrations are possible to Jenkins and Docker, and you also have the option to add an environment. Finally, select your desired browser and click Execute. From here, test automation scripts will be automatically generated. As you can see, each of the processes we captured earlier is being carried out without any input from the user. Once test execution is complete, we can navigate to reports for a full breakdown of the results. By navigating to the workflow dashboard, we can receive some more visual demonstrations of the results we got. Finally, we can navigate to the dashboard, where we can see an overview of the results for all test cases.